Alright folks, not sure how noisy this is going to be. I'm out in front of my house. That's the front door to my house there. And there's a little porch where Alicia and I sit, have a cigarette at night. There's Alicia's car over there. So, hi. It's not quite the park, but at least it's outside, different background. I keep trying to look on YouTube to see how to upload better from QuickTime, but as fate would have it, the instructions are not available right now because I need them, I think. Not upset about it. Funny thing I want to share with you is one of the things this vlog has done for me is make me change clothes every day. On a good day, or a good week, I'll wear the same clothes twice in a row just because, hey, maybe they're not that dirty. If I'm depressed, I might wear the same clothes for 5 days or a week. And I'm okay with that. Some of you might do that too, and guess what? You should be okay with that. I'm going to tell a funny little story from a job I had. Actually, it's not that funny. It's kind of sad. So I was hanging out with this friend, Justin, and Jason. We were working in the deli of an unnamed natural food store, and we were standing around waiting for the lunch rush to come, and this girl was talking about how she was Mexican, and it's like, oh great, that's great. And she said, what are y'all? And she looked at me, well, you're white. What are y'all? Talking to Justin and Jason. He said, oh, it's Portuguese. I said, oh, what about you, Jason? Oh, he's Portuguese too. And she was like, wow, there's a lot of Portuguese around here. Puerto Rico must be empty. And we all looked at each other. And she's like, what? And Justin said, Puerto Ricans are from Puerto Rico. Portuguese people are from Portugal. She's like, oh, well, whatever. I wasn't that good at geometry anyway. And she walked off. And we all kind of like froze and laughed. And she came back. She's like, ha, ha, ha. I know I said geometry. I meant geology. And we all laughed again. Now, what's not sad is this person had 3 children, so, that's the future. Speaking of, oh, look at that. I'm purple now. Speaking of working at places that are boring, working at the same unnamed health food, natural food store, one of the things that gets me about working retail is music. If they'd play classical music all the time, that would be fine. Or if they'd mix up the music all the time. But generally what you get is a mix of 80s pop and what some people call contractor rock or classic rock. And I'll tell you what, one day I almost walked out. I came in, I didn't know what day it was, but I knew that day would be exactly the same as all the other days that had come before. And I got tired of bemoaning myself for the fate that I had set for myself because I didn't quit. So I walked in some horrible Sunday morning, bright and early. I think it was like 5:30 a.m. And I walked into work, and as I pulled out my cart to start stocking vitamins, I heard the opening notes to whoever that guy is, Boys of Summer. Down, down, I can hear you. And I just put my box knife down and I walked out. And I got about halfway across the parking lot when I thought, oh, I got to find another job. So I went back in and I decided to make a game out of music. So use this if you work retail or anywhere where there's music. Take a funny voice impression that you do, and as a trance breaker, because you'll find yourself singing the songs on the music, and that sort of puts you into a trance, and that's what they're counting on, is putting you into a trance. You'll buy more, or just you'll slave away at your little job. One of my favorites is always Casey Kasem. So just imagine Casey Kasem singing, hey, hey, mama, with the way she moves, gonna make you shake, gonna make you groove. Or, what's another one? I'm at a loss right now, but Casey Kasem. Here's one that doesn't come on, but I like big butts and I cannot lie. Those other brothers can't deny. It's a terrible Casey Kasem impression, but it's just off the cuff. Anyway, almost 2 weeks down. See you guys tomorrow.